Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the new verse Blackbeard in some regular play, seeing how he rocks, seeing how he rolls, and I believe this is, the second verse Blackbeard that we have. Blackbeard versus Law, another int-driven powerhouse Blackbeard, who would have guessed, and as you guys see as the sprite, he definitely fits the quota. Look at him there with his darkness going crazy with that bug. Yeah, you get it, Blackbeard. But, like I said, in today's video, we're going to take him into some content. I recorded a couple of clips before the Kazuna actually ended. So this is level 30 plus against some of the Kazuna, against Sakazuki. And then I have a clip versus Revolutionary Army 2. But Blackbeard's main draw is building out a full powerhouse team. If you can build out a full powerhouse team, which, look, it's not hard to do. Powerhouse do have a lot of characters. They don't have, like, the best echelons of characters, but look, they do have a lot of very good characters, namely, obviously, the 10th anniversary Luffy, who definitely fits on this team very, very well. But Blackbeard's, like I said, main gimmick is building up a full powerhouse team. If you could do that, you got this disgustingly broken mechanic called HP Guard. As you can see right there, you have a rainbow barrier around your HP, and basically what this does is it protects you from a bunch of different types of damage. The big one is your rush taps, and with a Blackbeard being a rush character, this is just absolutely bonkers. Not only that, but it protects you from stuff like burn, poison, map damage. Not that that's really a thing, but any of that abilities, those abilities that sort of do damage to you, you just avoid, which is crazy. Poison, like all of it, it just doesn't exist, which is absolutely nuts when you have this HP guard up, though. So it's not like all the time. Blackbeard puts it up for 3 turns, but you have to meet certain criteria to actually get that to activate. But as mentioned, Blackbeard's captain ability is based around powerhouse characters. When you have, I believe, 4 powerhouse characters on the team, you actually get a much bigger buff. Otherwise, he boosts the crew's attack by 5 times. I believe he goes up to a 6 times depending on how many powerhouse characters on the crew. And then he gives himself like a 1.2 times extra attack buff. 1.1 when you're below 50%, 1.2 when you're below 25%. And if you have 4 more powerhouse characters on the crew, he removes attack down duration by 10 turns, which is absolutely massive. So you want to try and have at least 4 powerhouse characters on the crew. As you can see there, just being able to rush and not lose HP is just disgusting. I got sidetracked a little bit, just showcasing the HP guard there. But man, it's such a cool mechanic. As I was saying, though, you really want to try and have at least 4 powerhouse characters on the team. That way you get the 10 turns of attack down removal, which is an absolutely amazing utility. And if the crew uses a special to boost attack or base attack, you can actually extend it by 1 turn as well. So if you run 2 Blackbeards and you use Blackbeard Special, it actually goes to a 3-turn attack boost, 3-turn base attack boost, which is very, very fun as well. If you have 6 powerhouse characters on the crew, though, and there is a territory class as well, boosts characters' attack further by 1.1. So obviously, Blackbeard Special, as you guys saw before, puts up territory as well, so you can just basically funnel into this guy's attack boost as a captain, up to like a 7 times attack boost. I don't know exactly what the numbers are. I'm sure someone does know. Please post them in the comments, and I will pin the comment. But Blackbeard's attack to himself, which is interesting because he's always wanted to be very self-reliant, is very, very high. When you're below 25%, when you have the territory, when you have 6 powerhouse characters, you're giving yourself like the 6 times attack, on top of a 1.1 or the 1.2 and then a 1.1 on top of that. So you're getting like I think it's like 6.8 something. I'm not good at maths, fast maths, you know. So it is what it is. However, he also has an action special as well. And if you hit all excellence, you're gonna add 0.3 to slot effect boosts, and then further boost the character's attack by 1.1. So absolutely crazy. After the following effect base on the crew. This is where the HP guard comes into play. The way they word it's really, really weird. When you use a special, basically, and you're below 15%, you have the 6 powerhouse characters, this is where you can get access to the HP guard. And basically what it does is it locks your HP, so you don't take any of that damage. On top of that, with Blackbeard as a captain, every time someone uses a special, he reduces HP by 30%. And then when you get below 15%, it basically stops doing that. So very easily can you get below this 25% threshold. Very easily can you get access to this HP guard on this short type of content. And you can do some really, really, really powerful things with Blackbeard. Obviously, he's a monstrous captain for the team, but he's an even monstrous captain for himself. and he can have utility with stuff like attack down removal, and he can extend buffs that he actually gives as well. With his special, he's going to give an attack boost and a base attack boost. That depends on how many excellence or your excellent taps, and it also depends on how many specials I believe is launched in the quest as well. The more specials you launch, the higher his attack boost. The attack boost is given to powerhouse characters as well, so again, this is why you kind of want to build out a more powerhouse centric team. But the more, like I said, the more specials you use, the more powerful the attack boost is, and it goes up to a 4 times attack boost. I believe the base stat boost can go up to 3,000 as well, depending on your HP, so that's also something to note. And then if you are below 25% HP with his special, you actually do a 30% HP cut that ignores all defensive effects, including normal attacks only. But the main draw to his special obviously being the attack boost, which is great, and then allowing you to get that HP guard whenever you use a special. Like, this, I can't stress enough how powerful this HP guard mechanic actually is, man. It's wild how powerful it is. Like, absolutely wild. I have a clip recorded of the Beriate, which I'm going to do as a separate video, so make sure you guys hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on that. Hit the subscribe button if you're new as well, where it really showcases how powerful this HP guard mechanic actually is, because you can just straight up bypass mechanics that are very, very annoying, like namely burn, namely poison, but like the fact that you can just bypass them is actually wild. Blackbeard special, though, also puts up territory for powerhouse characters, and I believe he puts it up for 3 turns as well, which is really, really good. This gives powerhouse characters an extra 1.5 times attack, as well as taking 25% less damage, which is very interesting nowadays, because there are a lot of death hits, there are a lot of like end of turn stuff, so having that extra 25% damage reduction is very, very nice, especially because Blackbeard does like to play with very low HP. End of turn hits don't actually get affected with the HP guard, so if you're seeing an end of turn hit, you're still going to feel it, so just be very, very mindful of that if you guys are doing content that has, again, end of turn damage, or has a death hit when you actually kill the enemy. But being an attack booster for his team, being a base stat booster obviously for the team as well, and having such a monstrous attack boost for himself as a captain, and then having a rush ability where you can tap 6 times, makes Blackbeard very, very powerful. Like, very, very powerful. Also with his special as well, he can cut HP by 60% too. Not that you really need that. I actually found that to be more of a detriment than a positive thing. But I think as a sailor, this will probably come into a little bit more effectiveness, as you can just cut your HP by 30% every single time anyone on the crew uses a special. And if you're running 2 Blackbeards, as you guys see here, like, you get very low HP very, very quickly. So just be mindful of that when you guys are running this unit, because being at low HP kind of sucks. It's a mechanic I don't love. But look, at the end of the day, it's a mechanic that does work very, very well for this particular Blackbeard. With Blackbeard obviously being a verse character, he has a verse ability. And to get this, all you need to do is pass 12 turns or use specials 12 times. And these obviously stack. So if you use a special in turn 1 and then move on to the next turn, that is 2 charges to his verse ability. Obviously, characters with stuff like double special activation, triple special activation, they are going to help monstrously when it comes to getting Blackbeard's verse ability up. And as you can see, just having specials at our disposal with stuff like Sasaki and characters like Zoro work very, very nicely, because you can just get that double special activation off. You can get cooldowns and all that cool stuff too. With his verse ability, he cuts the crew's HP by 60%, reduces all enemies' resilience by 6 turns, which actually worked really, really nicely, not only for this fight here against Morley, but over in the Kazuna against Sakazuki, which is absolutely amazing. He applies a 1.7 chain buff, a verse chain buff, so this just like can't be blown away for 3 turns, and then changes powerhouse characters' slots, including block, into their own type, which is very, very handy, because, look, orb manipulation can be a bit of a bitch. With his special ability being Rush, you can either tap first or you can tap last to get a monstrous attack boost. Most of the time, you're going to want to tap with Blackbeard last to get the most effectiveness out of him. But you can still tap with him first if you want to buff the entire team. It really depends on what's going on with your setup. But when you tap with him first, he obviously has a lower attack boost, but this is for all powerhouse characters, I believe. And then when you attack with him last, he just gives himself the attack buff, which again works very, very well because he's like something like a 7 times attack boost to himself. Again, I don't know the maths. Don't quote me on that. If you do know the maths, let me know in the comment section below so I can actually pin it. So Blackbeard overall is absolutely fantastic. Like a very, very good legend. When I was reading them, I was very keen for lore because like it's lore, right? Like you look at lore, you look at Blackbeard, but look, Blackbeard is like one of my favorite villains. I love to hate Blackbeard. Blackbeard and Akainu for me in the One Piece world, they're just so hateable. And I love that. It makes such a good villain. So seeing this amazing villain character be very, very good at the game and elevate the classes that really needed it, being Driven and Powerhouse, not so much Blackbeard for Driven, but obviously Kaido for Driven, but elevating Powerhouse a little bit more and kind of having them hit a echelons that's not the top tiers, but still putting them in a conversation of just like a very powerful team makes me quite happy because they do need to give these characters some love. They do need to give these characters some representation and understand that like Blackbeard's a demon, man. Like he's an absolute menace, and now he has a like really, really powerful character to back that up. The strength Blackbeard is awesome. I love going through the barriers. I love all that fun stuff. But just having this like raw dominant power and a HP guard. Remember, HP guard, if you have a rush, just allows you to do every single rush tap. Like you don't have to worry about it at all. You're always going to have your rushes available to you as long as you have the HP guard available. Now, as you guys saw in Kazuna, that was not hard to do. But in longer content, it is going to be a bit of a problem. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, put the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.